Yes, good evening, USA, International, Long Island, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man G Money Stats, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, creator, host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, Queens, New York native of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking, listening, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 124th episode of the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Sorry for the long delay. I was taking time for myself. In case anybody was wondering, I've been going through some stuff um, with regarding a bully from work and a Karen that I was dealing with, which was very triggering, which I'm not going to get into. And 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 yes, I know it's been a long time since you've seen me on the air. So I figured on TGIF I would be recording today because supposed to be a Mets game going on, but unfortunately it is on Apple TV Plus, which I don't fucking have. Boo. But no worries, man. I'll be home on Sunday to actually watch the Mets game because I'm not going to be here tomorrow because of work. So, anyway, man. Anyway, we are live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube, alongside with the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page. Be sure to follow the podcast on Instagram alongside with threads as well. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more new live episodes, and of course enable alerts so you can know when each new podcast episode recording is going to start, along with the date and the time. All right. And be sure to leave a like and a comment if you have anything you want me to talk about in the review or anything like that, whether it's TV, whether it's movies, whether it's upcoming games, old games, whatever it may be. Um, I'm doing it all. So, um, so yeah, and be sure to listen, stream, and watch new episodes on every streaming platform wherever you get your podcast. And I'm going to mention. Uh, I'm going to mention the streaming platform that I just added this podcast and along with my other podcast shows too, which is Fountain, which I'll discuss that at the end of this show. All right. So, I hope everyone is doing all right, and I hope everybody's prepared for the 4th of July up next week. I will be covering that on my other platform, my comedy show, Off the Meat Rat Change New York Avenue podcast, next week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's let's get this cracking right now, man. All right. Yes. So let's go to um. Hang on a second. Hold on one second here. All right. Let's go to our segment. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, we're gonna start with some music Kool Aid right here, man. All right. Some music Kool Aid. This is where I talk about some hip hop histories and stuff of when each album came out and all that stuff. You get the gist of this shit though, man. You know what I mean? Um, and yes, you're probably wondering I haven't reviewed any music discography by any music artist for a long time since I added the hip hop histories to it. So I will bring that back soon. I don't know when exactly, but don't worry. In the meantime, this is the music Kool-Aid segment. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. All right. All right. We will be starting off with Oh, that's not it. Hold on 1 second. Yes, We will be starting with a little hip hop history of GZA, whose album came out years ago. So let's get into it. Let's get into it here. All right, so in hip hop history is what we're gonna get into right here before we get into any reviews. So just all right, so here we are. Hip hop history. GZA, aka Genius. Um, let's get into it right here. Let me put up the brightness. Okay, so on this day in hip hop history, GZA of Wu Tang Clan's second album, Liquid Swords, was certified gold by the RIAA. The album was initially released on November 7th, 1995. The LP was recorded entirely in the basement studio of fellow Wu Tang Clan member RZA, who also produced 12 of the 13 tracks on the project in Staten Island, New York, aka Shaolin. Much to the theme of previous Wu Tang releases, this album consisted vastly of dialogue sampled from the Kung Fu film Shogun Assassin. The tone of this project was quite dark and ominous while dropping bombs of knowledge and understanding of the physical world. The way GZA rapped on this album sounded like he was playing a game of chess against the listener. His lyrical genius attacks capturing pieces of their minds through his um, um, Asiatic philosophy. All right. Another music artist in hip hop history to talk about is of course the Game. I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with the Game and the album that came out years ago, right? Yes. So the Game was the first G Unit representative from outside of NYC, which is New York City, to be a part of the then dominating roster consisting of Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, and its General 50 Cent. The album was initially called Nigga with an Attitude Volume 1, but Easy's wife, Tamika Woods Wright, legally blocked that NWA title reference from being used. The album received commercial and critical success, reaching gold status in its first week and 2 times platinum within the first 2 months. The singles that received the most acclaim were 50 Cent Assisted, which many felt was the primary reason for the project's success. Hate It or Love It, West Side Story, and This Is How We Do allowed the Game to see the same degree of fame as his Queen's boss, but left many critics to wonder if this feat was capable with with no guest appearances. The album's production was a hip hop producers Hall of Fame with the likes of Kanye West, Scott Storch, Just Blaze, Timberland, and Dr. Dre are behind the boards. These fundamental elements make the documentary the game's most notable and successful album to date. Salute to Dr. Dre and the game and the entire G Unit and everyone involved in one of the most pivotal hip hop projects of the new millennium. All right. Okay, so up next, we're going to be going over. Hold on a second. We're going to be going over. Hang on a second here. We're going to be going over some. We're going to be going over a movie and some cartoon shows, which I'm pretty sure some of you may be familiar with. It is set. So we're gonna get into. I'm gonna get into our next segment right here. Hang on one second. Yes, let's get into the movie of Tom and Jerry and the cartoon. So I'm gonna actually get into hang on. Hang on just a moment. All right. All right. Tom and Jerry is going to be the movie to talk about in this segment, the Chillax Man Cave Popcorn Lounge. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it here. And yes, I know some people may be familiar with it and a lot of people aren't. So let's get into it right here. All right. All right. So um all right, so let's get into it right here, man. With let's get into it. So the movie Tom and Jerry came out in 2023, which was last year. I didn't think they was gonna make this movie, but let's get into it right here. For you folks right there who may not be familiar with that movie, but here's what's going on here. So Tom and Jerry released. So Tom and Jerry is a 2021. Actually, yeah, it came. Wait, 2021? Yeah, it came out 3 years ago. Yeah, it's a 2021 American live action animated slapstick comedy film based on the cartoon characters Tom and Jerry, created by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, produced by Warner Animation Group, and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures. It is the second theatrical film based on the characters following Tom and Jerry, the movie, 1992. The film is directed by Tim Story and written by Kevin Costello. It stars Chloe Grace Moretz, Michael Pena, Colin Jost, Rob Delaney, Pallavi Sharda, Jordan Bolger, Patsy Ferran, and Ken Jeong, who you may know from I Can See Your Voice and The Masked Singer, in live action roles, and with Nicky Jam, Bobby Cannavale, and Little Rel Howery in voice roles. The the titular duo are voiced by William Hanna, archival recordings with additional vocals from KG Tang and Andre um, Sogluzo. Set in a world co-populated by humans and cartoon animals, the film follows Tom enlisted to catch Jerry, whose presence threatens New York City's fanciest hotel and its planned high-profile Indian-themed wedding. Jeez. Jeez, that's crazy. So, the budget for the film is between 50 to 79 million dollars. And how much it made in the box office, you may ask? It made about $136.5 million. That's $136.5 million. I guess it made back all his budget. Yep, it made back all his money. So this is pretty good. Yeah, let me get that sorry about that. Yeah, $136.5 million. That's a lot of money right there, folks. Yes. Hold on a minute. By the way, if anybody's wondering what that sound is in the background, that's my air conditioner. All right. Um I turned it on so I could actually be able to cool off so I don't really sweat too much though. So it kind of helps me. So the air conditioner is on right now. So that's just to let you know, folks. Anyway, let's keep going here, man, with this review. I say it's pretty good that it made back all its money and they made it so cheap. They made it so damn cheap. It's fucking amazing that it made back all its money. So Warner Brothers executives wanted the film to be what Tom and Jerry is, as the studio understands how much of its history is rooted in these iconic characters. From a live action film in 2009 to an animated film in 2015 and to a hybrid film combining live action animation in 2018, the film was in development hell, as Warner Brothers wanted a writer to pen the right take on the characters. The production innovated and introduced software for traditional animation techniques, including a 2D draw over phase in a computer animation workflow, which are considered pivotal for VFX animators to seamlessly replicate the style and animation of a traditional approach. Filming took place from July to September 2019. Yeah. Um, so that's like 3 months. That's like 3 months to film a movie, and of course it goes to post production, and it's a process, man. When you film a movie, it's a long process. All right, so the film also draws inspiration from silent comedies such as Charlie Chap Charlie Chaplin, Charlie Chaplin films as reference for the filmmakers to explore a lot of humor and storytelling associated with silent characters. Other silent influences for the film's story include Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Dustin Checks In. Many elements from the original cartoon were featured in the film, such as their sound effects, Tom being a jazz pianist, Tom's Rube Goldberg mousetrap, Jerry's heartbeat, Jerry's theft of food and items, and some of William Hanna's voice tracks for the titular duo. The film pays homage to many Tom and Jerry shorts, including Mouse Trouble 1944, Mouse in Manhattan 1945, and The Cat Concerto 1947. Tom and Jerry was theatrically released by Warner Brothers Pictures in the United States on February 26, 2021, alongside a 1 month streaming release on HBO Max. The film received generally negative reviews from critics and grossed $136.5 million worldwide on a $50 to $79 million production budget, which I just discussed. All right, I already discussed the cast already. I already dis- yeah, I already discussed the cast already, and let me see. Yeah, um, let me see. Should I even go into some details on the production? Um, okay. I'm not even gonna go into all this. Should I? Should I do that? Yeah, I already. Yeah, probably not. All right, so here's what's going on with the reception here, man. Tom and Jerry grossed $46.5 million in the United States and Canada and $90 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $136.5 million. Ooh, wow. Um, in the United States and Canada, the film grossed $4 million from 2,479 theaters on its first day of release. It went on to debut to $14.1 million, the second best opening weekend of the Slamdemic behind Warner Brothers December release. Wonder Woman 1984, $16.7 million. The opening weekend audiences were 51% female and 46% under the age of 17, while 35% was Hispanic, 33% excuse me, 33% Caucasian, aka the Caucasity. Oh man. 21% African American and 11% Asian. You know, um people always talk about that they're not from Africa to be considered African American. No, that's not really true. You don't need to be from Africa to be African American, folks. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's on job applications, man, for crying in the damn mud. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, I just wanted to actually put it out there that you don't need to be African American to be. You don't need to be African. You don't need to be from Africa to be African American. So just to let you know. All right. David Gross, who runs the movie consulting firm Franchise Entertainment Research, said of the figure, with half of the theaters still closed, the slandemic still a threat, and Tom and Jerry available at home, this is a very good opening. In its second weekend, the film grossed $6.6 million, and its third made $4 million, finishing second behind newcomer Raya and the Last Dragon both times. The film was initially released in seven international markets, grossing $1.45 million. Singapore led with $457,000. By its second weekend of international release, the film was playing in 16 markets, including debuting at number one in Brazil, $746,000, and Mexico, $395,000. Critical response. Several publications reported that Tom and Jerry received mostly negative reviews upon release. According to screenwriter Adam Bentz, early reviews for the film reportedly noted its entertainment value for families and nostalgic appeal for adult audiences, but criticized the script for its human cast and lack of ambition. The hybrid live action animation style got mixed reactions. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 30% based on 130 reviews, with an average rating of 4.7 out of 10. The site's critics consensus reads, "It isn't the worst of the long squabbling duels feature-length adventures, but Tom and Jerry is disappointingly short on an anarchic spirit, on the anarchic spirit of their classic shorts." Um, on Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 32 out of 100, based on 20 critics indicating generally unfavorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A minus on an A plus to F scale, while PostTrack reported 79% of audience members gave it a positive score, with 60% saying they would recommend it. The Hollywood Reporter's John DeFore said that audiences should just rewatch Roger Rabbit instead, and wrote, in quote, Tim Story's Tom and Jerry is 5 to 10 minutes of action that might have worked in one of the cartoon duel shorts, surrounded by an inordinate amount of unimaginative, unfunny human-based conflict. Kevin Maurer of the Times gave the film a score of 1 out of 5 stars, writing, in quote, "Nothing will prepare you for the tone-deaf nature of this live-action abomination that inserts our cartoon protagonist, Who Framed Roger Rabbit style, into a crass Manhattan misadventure about a celebrity, wedding gone are we." Clarice Logre Logre of The Independent gave the film a score of 1 out of 5 stars, describing it as the cinematic equivalent of a sausage casing stuffed with mystery meat. Oh man. Damn, critics. Damn. That's the strangest analogy that I ever heard, man. Though she praised Moretz's performance, Benjamin Lee of The Guardian gave the film a score of 2 out of 5 stars, writing, "While there's little to truly loathe in Fantastic Four and Ride Along director Tim Story's frantic new take on Tom and Jerry, there's also an equal lack of anything to truly love. This is serviceable, if entirely forgettable, attempt to relaunch an old property for a new audience." Um, Tom and Jerry received some positive reviews among other critics. Matt Fowler of IGN gave the film a score of 6 out of 10 and wrote, "Tom and Jerry is a sufficient family offering with a cool cast, a sparkling soundtrack, and occasional fun. It's too bad that Tom and Jerry often feel like afterthoughts in their own film, excuse me, and that there wasn't much more for them to do other than serve the story of others." Charlotte O'Sullivan of the Evening Standard gave the film a score of 3 out of 5 stars and wrote, "Ignore catty reviews that present this caper of solace. Though horribly flawed, its internal organs are in the right place." Brooke Price at the Banner, who also mentions the film's production as a reference, praised the film and found it entertaining, nostalgic, beautifully animated, and blended with live action and faithful to the source material. Peter DeBruge of Variety was also positive on the film and said, in quote, "Truth be told, the movie's a pretty faithful extension of the frenemies' long-running feud. Basically, the two cannot peacefully coexist under the same roof, and as such, we should be grateful to director Tim Story, who created Shaft, and screenwriter Kevin Costello, Brigsby Bear, for not dropping a two-ton anvil on our nostalgia. The way so many big studio toon exploitation projects have in recent years. Jeez. So let's get to the accolades. So Tom and Jerry, along with Chloe Grace Moretz, got a nomination for Time Waster Remake or Sequel Award. Damn. And Chloe Grace Moretz got a nomination for She Deserves a New Agent Award. Oh man. And of course, Tom and Jerry received the People's Choice Award for Favorite Family Movie, Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel, Golden Raspberry Awards, Worst Screen Combo, Tom and Jerry, aka Itchy and Scratchy. Okay, first of all, Itchy and Scratchy are two different breeds of avenues right there, man. They're two different characters, man. They are from The Simpsons. I don't I don't get this comparison, but that's just crazy to me, man. I really don't I really don't understand this comparison. That comparison is just too that comparison is a little far of a reach. That's a fucking reach to me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's too much of a reach. Um, yeah, that's just too much of a reach right there, man. That's too much of a reach. Oops, wrong. Sorry. That's too much of a reach, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Tom and Jerry also received the Kids' Choice Awards for favorite movie. The movie was also nominated for the Best VFX in Feature Film Award at the 2021 Australian Effects and Animation Festival. So we go to the future. Television spinoff, right? Tom and Jerry in New York is an HBO Max original animated series produced by Warner Brothers Animation, outsourced by Renegade Animation. Oh shit. Anime. Wow. Renegade Animation. Damn. Oh shit. The team behind the 2014 Cartoon Network TV series The Tom and Jerry Show, which I will talk about that next. That is a follow-up to the film, which follows Tom and Jerry as new residents of the Royal Gate Hotel with their usual antics and mayhem to follow them all over the hotel, across Manhattan, New York City, and going beyond. It was released on July 1st, 2021. And before I even go to the Tom and Jerry show review, let me just say something here, man. Let me say something, man. You know what I'm saying? These fucking critics, right? These film fucking critics, right? They tend to they tend to be a little biased, right? Sure, they are biased. My thing is like this though. My thing is like this though, man. Like, you can't like you can't pigeonhole people into what movie to see and what not to see. You know what I mean? Like, for all the people out there that want to see movies and stuff like that, listen, man, you don't need to go by the old head fucking critics and their rating scores and stuff. You don't need to do that. You just go see it for yourself, regardless of what the trailer looks like and the storyline. Sure, you're gonna run into some rotten sour apples of movies that are corny and shit, right? Yeah, but that doesn't mean go by the Rotten Tomatoes, which sometimes could be a little misleading. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I have to say, man, this is an interesting movie, and I gotta say, man, I've been watching the Tom and Jerry show, and it's pretty hilarious, which is what we're gonna go over right there, man. I just want to get my point across in regards to film critics, man. Fuck the critics. If you like a movie that catches your eye, depending on the storyline, whatever it may be, man, don't worry about the fucking critics, man. Just go see the movie, enjoy it, man. That's it. Like, it doesn't take a rocket science to know that there are old head biased motherfuckers are just who is just, acting as if that they think there's perfect movies. There's no such thing as perfect movies, man. You're gonna have your ups and you're gonna have your downs, man. And as a movie maker, well, not me in particular, but for all you new filmmakers out there, man, look, man, don't worry about the critics. Don't worry about the damn critics, man. Damn the fucking critics. If you want to put it into a no, you want to put it to a movie festival, whatever it may be, go for it, man. Don't let no damn negative critic reviews stop you from accomplishing your goals and dreams, man. All right. That's my take on it. That is my take on it. Now we are going to go into Now we're gonna go into a little thing that I like to call TV show checkouts. Um, this one is this one is dedicated to um, the Tom and Jerry show, which is one of the cartoons that I like the most. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I grew up watching Tom and Jerry, man. You know what I mean? Everybody grew up watching that shit. So you know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, how about we get into it right here, right now, man? This is flat out interesting right here. So just um just stick around. All right. All right. So here we go. So we're gonna get into the Tom and Jerry show, one of my favorite cartoons on the Cartoon Network, of course. So the Tom and Jerry show is an American Flash animated comedy television series produced by Warner Brothers Animation and Turner Entertainment Company, and animated by Renegade Animation. What a coincidence! What a coincidence, man! What a coincidence, man! Oh man, That's a coincidence right there, man. Renegade Animation. For those of you who may not know what Renegade Animation is, Renegade Animation is an American animation studio located in Glendale, California, which currently specializes in adult animate, and Toon Boom animation. It was founded by Disney and Warner Brothers animator and director Daryl Van Sitters, and his business partner Ashley Postlewaite in July 1992 in Burbank, California. The studio previously produced Hi Puffy, Amy Yumi, and the Mr. Men Show for Cartoon Network, and the Tom and Jerry Show, Unkitty, and Tom and Jerry in New York for Warner Brothers Animation. So there you go. Right there. So there you go right there. Let me see. Um, let me see. So wow. So they may. So as we go to the filmography, excuse me. Now before I even get into the filmography about this, um, before I continue with the Tom and Jerry show, Renegade Animation initially produced several commercials and animated short films, beginning with the second Hair Jordan spot for Nike, which featured Bugs Bunny as his own alter ego and Michael Jordan as Air Jordan, as well as numerous spots for Cheetos and Kellogg's, among others. In the mid 90s, they moved into internet cartoons and produced Will Ryan's Elmo Aardvark, Outer Space Detective. They have since branched out into television and are perhaps most well known as the producers of cartoon series Hi Puffy, Amy Yumi, The Mr. Men Show, and the Tom and Jerry Show, a series featuring Tom and Jerry. They also co-produced the live-action, traditionally animated telefilm Reanimated with Apple Day Pictures. Renegade also produced the 2007 direct-to-video Christmas film Christmas is Here Again, based on the story by Robert Zappia. Although it's since aired in syndication on Hulu. Now we go to the filmography history here for Renegade Animation. They made Tomcats, Reanimated, Christmas is Here Again, Elephant and Friends, A Tangled Tale, um, Sarku Du Freak, The Vampire's Assistant, um, Chop Kick Panda, Puss in Boots, A Furry Tale, Tappy Toes, Tom and Jerry, Santa's Little Helpers, Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus, Hotel Transylvania, Transformania. Tom and Jerry Cowboy Up, Tom and Jerry Snowman's Land, and 2024 Fixed, which is by Warner Brothers Pictures, New Line Cinema, and Sony Pictures Animation. What the hell, Fixed? Never heard of it. Never heard of this shit. Hold up. Never heard of this shit though. But anyway, I don't see the budget for this shit, so it's not really saying much. So I'm not even gonna get into all this right there. So let's continue where we left off here. All right, so yes. So where was I? Yes, so It is based on the Tom and Jerry characters and theatrical cartoon series created by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. The series first premiered in Canada on Teletoon on March 1st, 2014, and began airing on Cartoon Network in the United States on April 9th, 2014, but also aired on Boomerang in the US. All right. All right, so let's get into the voice actors. So you got Jason Alexander, Steven Stanton, Gray Griffin, Rick Zeef, Renee Mujica, Cree Summer from A Different World, um, Rachel McFarlane, Joey D. Aria, excuse me, Gary Cole, Chris Parnell, Stephen Fry. Not the Fry from Futurama, folks. Oh man. Tom Kenny, Robbie Damon. So this is narrated by Gary Cole, the Cat and the Mouse Detectives, Chris Parnell, The Great Outdoors, theme music composer, Scott Bradley, opening theme Tom and Jerry, written by Scott Bradley, performed by Andy Sturmer. All right, so it did like 5 seasons and 117 episodes. Wow. This is pretty big, man. Anyway, so beginning in 2017, the series moved to Boomerang in the US. The 4th season was released on February 1st, 2021 on Boomerang SVOD and on the Cartoon Network app. The 5th and final season was released on the Cartoon Network app, also on February 1st and on February 2nd, but the season was completely abandoned from the app and hasn't been added back. The 5th season also aired on Boomerang on February 15, 2021. The show was followed by a HBO Max series named Tom and Jerry Special Shorts, which are by the same crew as Looney Tunes cartoons and are in the vein of the classic shorts. Another series, Tom and Jerry in New York, was also released on HBO Max on July 1st, 2021, which is done by the same production team as the Tom and Jerry show. I'm not even going to get into. Y'all know the plot of this shit, man. I'm not even going to get into any spoilers or anything like that whatsoever, man. Y'all know the deal, man. Y'all know the deal, man. So I'm not even going to get into all this. Y'all know the deal. All right, so let's get into. So the series received generally mixed reviews, with criticism primarily directed at the switch from traditional hand-drawn animation to flash animation since the previous Tom and Jerry TV series, the Tom and Jerry Tales. Well, of course, this is crazy. This is crazy. So, wow. Hey, man. Anyway, like I said, man, you don't need to be validated with you don't need to be validated with stupid critics, man. You don't need their fucking asses. Anything that you like to watch on TV, as far as any cartoon, any movie whatsoever, you don't need to be validated by old head fucking critics, man. You don't need that. So yes, the Tom and Jerry show on Cartoon Network, which I watch, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, though, man. It's fun. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? I will watch it in a heartbeat. I will watch that shit in a heartbeat, man. I don't care what anybody says, man. It's not really. It's not just for kids, man. You see a lot of adults watching cartoons too, like myself. So you can't limit everything just for kids, man. A lot of grown people watch cartoons too, man. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. All right, so um another cartoon which I'm pretty sure that anybody's probably some people may not be familiar with this cartoon that came out on CBS years ago. It is called The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat. Now, for those of you who may not know, if you're new to the if you're new here, The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat is an American animated television series produced by Film Roman. The series aired on September 16th, 1995 on CBS Saturday mornings, lasting for 2 seasons. Damn. With the final episode airing on April 12th, 1997, the first season consists of 13 episodes, and the second and final season consists of 8 episodes. Damn, son. Really? Damn. You can't be serious, man. I know there's a lot of TV shows that's being canceled and shit, man. Not just because of the ratings, but because of money related budget money related stuff, man, as far as filming locations and stuff. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah. All right. So it was. So this cartoon was created by Pat Sullivan, Otto Messmer, and of course Joe Oriolo. Um, Directed by Lynn Naylor, Milton Knight, Doug Lawrence, um, Timothy Bjorklund, Tom Adcox Hernandez. Um, so these are the voice actors. So Tom Adcox Hernandez, Charlie Adler, Phil Hayes, Jennifer Hale, Cree Summer from A Different World, Tony Pope, Susan Silo, Frank Welker, Jane Seeger, Cam Clark, Tony J, Kevin Scone, Jimmy Cummings, Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond, and of course, not dead yet, Jeffrey Tambor, Jeff Bennett, Tom Kenny, Pat Fraley, and Billy West. Um, so this is crazy, man. All right, so the theme music composer is created by Oriolo, Nathan Wang. The opening theme, The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat. So yeah, there you go, right there. 21 episodes. Damn, that sucks, man. Yeah. This is the second television series featuring Felix the Cat. The first was the 1958 to 1960 series Felix the Cat. The show has Spanish dubbed episodes of the series aired on Saturday mornings on Univision in the United States from September 16th, 2000 to September 8th, 2001 as part of the De Cabeza block as Los Nuevos Cientos de Felix El Gato. It also has Spanish dub episodes of the series aired on Saturday and Sunday mornings on Telefutura, um, Futura, Tele, Telefutura in 2003 as part of um, Toontarama as Los Nuevos Aventuras de Felix El Gato, along with Bruno the Kid and Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. All right, so the show was a modern take of the original 1958 to 1962 series produced by Otto Mesmer. And Otto Mesmer's former assistant Joe Oriolo. His son Don Oriolo was involved in the creation of the series as well. In many ways, the show reverts to the silent era of shorts with surreal settings and offbeat character depictions. Felix is also more like his original mischievous adult form. Rather than the young and innocent depiction from the 1936 Van Buren shorts, the 1959 TV series, and Felix the Cat, the movie, it does, however, contain some elements from the 1950s series, such as Felix's magic bag of tricks, and the characters Poindexter and Master Cylinder, the Professor, and Rock Bottom. Damn. Oh, man. Rock Bottom, though the latter two are actually parodies of the original characters, with their names being the Mad Doctor, Lee Fanny, respectively. The series had a Fleischer Studios inspired art style. The series starred Tom Adcox Hernandez as the voice of Felix the Cat, but since Adcox Hernandez's voice was apparently a temporary role while the producers kept looking for a more suitable actor by the first season's run, he was replaced by Charlie Adler in season two. It was produced by Phil Roman and Timothy Berglund and is reputed to have one been one of the most expensive cartoons ever made by Film Romain. Martin Olson and Jeremy Kramer, two comedy writers known for pushing the envelope into the bizarre, wrote both outlines and scripts for the series. The main theme was composed by Don Oriolo, while the musical score and closing theme were composed and performed by the Clubfoot Orchestra. Sheesh. Damn. Damn. Sorry to hear that. That's crazy, man. And I remember this cartoon very well too. Same way I remember this cartoon, which everybody may have heard of, which is Edd Eddy. Edd Eddy, for those of you who may not know, is an animated television series created by Danny um, Antonucci for Cartoon Network. The series revolved around three friends named Edd, and Eddie, collectively known as the Eds, who are voiced by Matt Hill, Sam Vincent, and Tony Sampson, respectively. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Hold on, folks. I need to take a quick time out here. I'm sorry, folks. I had to restart my Instagram live feed. For some reason, it just cut off. For those of you who are wondering why I had to restart it, because for some reason it just cut off. I'm not sure why, but um, I'm gonna do a little recap of what I just did. We did a little hip hop history between Jizza and the game albums, and reviewed and talked about the Tom and Jerry movie, the Tom and Jerry show, the cartoon on Cartoon Network, and then Felix the Cat. So yeah, you didn't really miss much, but right now we're getting into Edd Eddy now. Um, all right, so where were we? Where were we? Yes, so um they live in a suburban cul-de-sac in the fictional town of Peach Creek, along with fellow neighborhood children Kevin Nash, Sarah, Jimmy, Rolf, Johnny, and Ed's female adversaries, the Canker sisters, Lee, Marie, and May. Under the unofficial leadership of Eddie, the trio frequently invent schemes to make money from their peers, to purchase their favorite confection, Jawbreakers. I, y'all remember Jawbreakers back in the day? The bodega stores used to have them. I I don't remember having a Jawbreaker though, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty hard to chew. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty hard to chew and stuff. So it is. Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Jawbreakers are basically hard to chew. What you would have to do with the Jawbreaker, you would have to suck on it until the Jawbreaker gets a little small, so you can eat it. So that's pretty much what that is. It's the same. It's the same with those with those big circle mints. Circle, yeah, the peppermint big circle mints though. Kind of reminds me of the Jawbreakers as well. So there you have it. Anyway, their plans usually fail, leaving them in various, often humiliating and painful um predicate. Hold on, predicaments. Oh man. All right, look, man. You gotta forgive me on this show. Anyway, man, voice actors include Matt Hill, Samuel Vincent, Tony Sampson, David Paul Grove, Kathleen Barr, Peter Calamus, Aaron Fitzgerald, Janice Jard, Keenan Christensen, Jen Forgy, and Tabitha St. Germain. Ooh, how about that? How about that though? You know what I mean? Um, yes, it did 6 seasons. So it did 6 seasons, 69 episodes. Um, and one moment. All right. Antonucci, an adult cartoonist, was dared to create a children's cartoon. While designing a commercial, he conceived Edd Eddy, designing it to resemble classic cartoons from the 1940s to 1970s. When pitching the series to Nickelodeon, the network declined to give him creative control, a deal to which Antonucci did not agree. I don't blame him. It's called creative freedom. And when you're creating a TV series like a cartoon or anything whatsoever, you have to make sure you have creative control. Doesn't matter what money they pay you. Just to let you know, for you people out there that are filmmakers, TV makers, and all that other stuff. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, then pitched the series to Cartoon Network. A deal was made with the network to commission the series under his control, and it premiered on January 4th, which is my birthday, January 4th, 1999. During the show's run, several specials and shorts were produced in addition to the regular television series. The series concluded with the television film Edd Eddy's Big Picture Show on November 8th, 2009. Damn. Edd Eddy received critical acclaim and became one of Cartoon Network's most successful original series. It won a Reuben Award, two Leo Awards, and a SOCAN Award, and was also nominated for another four Leo Awards, an Annie Award, and two Kids Choice Awards. The show attracted an audience of 31 million households, was broadcast in 120 countries, and proved to be popular among children, teenagers, and adults. The series has also included spin-off media such as video games, DVD releases, and a series of books and comic book featuring characters from the series. With over a 10-year run, Edd Eddy would become the longest running singular Cartoon Network original series until being surpassed by Teen Titans Go in February 2024. The series also was broadcast on Teletoon in Canada. I'm not too familiar with that company. So let's see. I'm not too familiar with it, but yeah, I'm not too familiar with it. Oh wait a minute here. It was wait a minute. So appearances in the series. Whoa, wait. Um, so appearances in other series of works. So besides their own series, Ed, Double D, and Eddie have also appeared in other cartoon series. They appeared in the Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends episode Eddie Monster and were drawn using that series style of animation and made a short cameo in the Grim Adventures of the K&D, a crossover of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and codenamed Kids Next Door. They also appeared on a small crossover poster during its credits entitled Ed and Mandy, excuse me. In 2012, Double D made an appearance in the animated sketch comedy cartoon series Mad, a special episode Once Upon a Tune. In 2018, Plank appeared in the Robot Chicken episode 321233 22366 in a segment entitled Plank the College Years. Okay, that would have been corny. Hold on, let me see who's in here. All right, shouts to the homie Ray Brown from the official Dream Driven um network right there, man. Shouts to you and my cousin Eli on there too, man. Know what I mean? Yeah, man. I'm slowly getting back to my grind, man. You know what I mean? But I got you. The show was featured in the 2002 edition of Cartoon Network's fictional awards program. Interesting. The first 13th annual Fancy Anvil Awards show program special live in studio. All right, so basically, for those of you who may not know what an anvil is, it's basically a metal object that certain cartoon characters end up getting hit in the head like a double whammy or some shit. So that's pretty much what I mean. That's pretty much what that is, man. So yeah, that's what an anvil is, folks. Let me see. Yes, it won best performance by an inanimate object in a dramatic role for the character of Plank, and best performance by a team in a cartoon series for the characters of Edd and Eddy. The character of Sarah was nominated for best performance by a female in a cartoon series, but lost to Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, which I actually reviewed a while back, episodes ago. In 2004, the ads appeared in a short series of basketball commercials with NBA All-Star Steve Francis. Ed appeared in the Cartoon Network Elections 2004 with Grimm from the Grimm Adventures of Billy and Mandy as a team, and they ended up winning due to the highest number of votes by viewers. The fourth single on American rapper Jid's debut album, The Never Story, is titled Edd Eddy. In the song, the rapper declares the antics of him and two of his friends are similar to the scams of Edd Eddy. A music video for the song was later released, replicating the series' signature art style. The video was also planned to debut on Adult Swim, but according to Jid, legal issues prevented this from panning out. All right, so reception and achievements, ratings and runs, length achievements. Edd and Eddy, of course, attracted an audience of 31 million households, was broadcast in 120 countries, and was popular among both children and adults, according to Cartoon Network executive Linda Szymanski. The first season did remarkably well in ratings following its premiere, becoming one of the top rated series on the network. It was Cartoon Network's most popular show among boys ages 2 through 11. In 2005, it was reported that Edd Eddy was the number one rated show on Cartoon Network and was known to 79% of children aged between 6 through 11. The series ran for nearly 11 years, making it the longest running Cartoon Network original series at the time, and at the time of its finale, the longest running Canadian produced animated series. All right, so we go to critical reception. Hold on. Yes, critical reception. Edd Eddy received critical acclaim during its run. David Cornelius of DVD Talk considered the ads to be child equivalents of the Three Stooges. Hold up, hold up, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Did you just compare Edd Eddy to the Three Stooges? First of all, the Three Stooges, they're not a cartoon show, man. It's a live action series. It's a live action series. Plus, they made a movie out of it, which kind of bombed in the damn box office. But you cannot compare Edd and Eddy to the Three Stooges. Sure, there may be similarities, but that's too much of a fucking reach, man. You know what I'm saying? That's too much of a stretch, man. Anyway, oh man, that was funny, man. Yes, believing that the series the series reveals in the sort of frantic, often gross humor kids love so much, and there's just enough eyeball insanity at play to make adults giggle just as easily. Cornelius also wrote that the animation is colorful and intentionally bizarre. You think? Bold lines forming the characters and backgrounds wiggle and morph in a delirious haze. This is the animation that's really animated. Despite this, not all reception of the show was positive. Terrence Briggs of Animation World magazine considered every second of the show filler and lamented that the main characters are drawn as products from the school of acid trip caricature. At the Briggs review was published, a, a large number of letters supportive of the show were sent to the magazine, prompting it to take a second look at the show. Different reviewers then gave it a positive review, calling it a fresh show with a very different approaches. Accolades. During its run, Edd Eddy was nominated for a Reuben Award, 6 Leo Awards, an Annie Award, 2 Kids' Choice Awards, and a SoCan Award, winning the Reuben Award, 2 Leo Awards, and the SoCan Award. Desi Jadikin of Smosh.com listed Edd and Eddy on their website's list of 9 cartoons that need a reboot. Complex included Eddie's room on their list of movie and TV characters, bedrooms you wish were yours, and ranked Jimmy 14th on their list of 15 artistic characters we missed from our childhood. Crack.com. What kind of website is that, man? Oh man, that's funny. Oh shit. Yeah, crack.com praised the show's high level of violence, stating that it set the bar on cartoon violence for anything that was played on Cartoon Network. And thus far, none have surpassed them. Bob Higgins, head of creative at Wild Brain, considered Edd and Eddy to be a landmark in animation. In August 2002, the New York Museum of Television and Radio featured the episode "An Edd is Born" as part of the special program Cartoon Power, celebrating Cartoon Network's 10th birthday. Yes, so in on May 8th, 1999, of the Danny Antonucci won for Best Television Animation, Best Director in an Animated Production or Series. Um, so between May 8th, 1999 and May 6th, 2000. Okay, so we go to the Leo Awards actually. Yes, so May 11th, 2001. Um Patrick Card for got a nomination for Edd in Half Shell, best musical score of an animation program or series. We go to the Annie Awards. James Wooten for Wish You Were Edd, for a nomination for outstanding individual achievement. Um, Achievement for storyboarding in an animated television production. Um, that is from November 10th, 2001, Annie Awards. We go to May 8th, 2004, Leo Awards again. So Patrick Card for Postcards from the Edd. Best musical score of an animation program or series. Patrick Card also won for Best Musical Score of an Animation Program or Series, May 27, 2005. We have the Kids Choice Award. Edd Eddy got a nomination on April 1st, 2005 for Favorite Cartoon. We go to the Leo Awards again. Patrick Card for Boo Ha Ha got a nomination, alongside with Patrick Card for Boo Ha Ha, Best Musical Score in an Animation for This Won't Hurt an Edd, Best Musical Score in an Animation Program. May 29th, 2008, Edd and Eddy got a nomination for Favorite Cartoon, Kids Choice Awards, and of course, November 23rd, 2009, SOCAN Awards. Patrick Card won for International Television Series Music Award. All right. Yeah, so there you have it right there, man. There you have it. Yeah, so there you have it. I didn't know it was made. I did not know. I didn't know that it was made into a game, into a video game. That's crazy. So wow. Wow. So four video games based on the series. Edd and Eddy Jawbreakers. Got Edd and Eddy Giant Jawbreakers. Edd and Eddy The Misadventures. For GameCube, you have PlayStation 2, Xbox, Game Boy Advance, and Microsoft Windows. So another one is Edd and Eddy Scam of the Century. Damn, for Nintendo DS. Damn, son. Cartoon Network Block Party and Cartoon Network Speedway. Um, all three main characters is Canker Sisters. Blah blah. Non-playable nano characters in the massively multiplayer online game Cartoon Network Universe Fusion Fall. All right, so let's see. Okay, so we're gonna get into some another segment involving upcoming games, which I like to keep track of, which is why I created this entertainment podcast right here to actually talk about some games, some TV shows, movies, um, and all that great stuff right there. So, let's see. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Hang on a second here. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm gonna get it. Damn. Um. Okay. Where is this? Hold on 1 second. Trying to look for this website. Give me one moment. All right. All right. We're gonna go into another segment right here, which is pertaining to video games, upcoming games, and all that great stuff right there, man. Um, I will gladly go over it with you folks, and yes, you can, and yes, this is the video games chamber. All right, video games chamber it is, man. Let's get into it right here, right now. Let's do this. All right, all right. You know the drill. Let's get it. We're gonna get it. We'll get into some stuff that came out in the month of June, and of course, a little bit of everything in between. We're gonna go with some of the games that came out in the month of June, and of course we're gonna get into some games that's going to be coming out in the month of July, since the 4th of July is around the corner. All right, so all right, let's get into it right here. Um, for you folks out there. All right, so we're gonna go with some games coming out for the month of May. Sorry I've been out for so long. I missed out on some of the games for May. So, you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna go over that right there. Now, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, some of the games I'm using this website called GameInformer.com. Y'all can check it out for yourselves in case for all you gamers out there, man. GameInformer.com is where I'm actually inform you on some of the games that's coming out on a monthly basis. So we're going to start with the month of June. All right, so the month of June. All right, so we have June 4th, Destiny 2, the final shape for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Also another game that came out on June 4th, which is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. June 4th, it came out. Another game that came out on the 4th is Star Wars Hunters, Switch, iOS, Android, Octopath Traveler. June 5th, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. Octopath Traveler 2, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. June 6th, Assassin's Creed Mirage for iOS. Simpler Times PC, June 7th, Kamaru, A Fraud Refuge, Xbox Series, June 8th. Psychroma for PC came out on the 11th of June. Rocket Knight Adventures Respark, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC, June 11th. V-Rising, PlayStation 5, June 11th. Taskmaster VR, Quest 3, Quest 2, PC, June 13th. Monster Hunter Stories, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC for June 14th. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin for PlayStation 4. Came out June 14th. Shin Megami Tensei, the 5th. Shin Megami Tensei 5, Vengeance. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC came out on the 14th. Hashtag Blood. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch, and PC came out on the 18th of June. Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC came out June 18th. Also on the 18th, Still Wakes the Deep, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. And the 19th, Echo Generation Midnight Edition, Nintendo Switch, PC. Dice Folk, Nintendo Switch, June 20th. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. Not a lot of people ever heard of the game, so don't worry about that. PlayStation 5, June 20th already came out. Dystopia for PC, June 21st. Elden Ring Shadow of the Archery. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. June 21st is when it came out. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC came out June 25th. Cozy Grove, Camp Spirit, iOS, Android, June 25th. Graven, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, June 25th. Riven Remake, also another game that came out on the 25th of this month. Riven Remake, Quest 3, Quest 2, PC, and Mac. June 25th, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Oh, man. Oh, shit. And yes, Nintendo Switch for Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Oh, man. The Case of the Golden Idol, iOS and Android. Until then, PlayStation 5, PC, Monster Hunter Puzzles, Feline Isles, iOS, Android, June 26th, Exo 1, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, June 27th. Also on the 27th, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD for Nintendo Switch. Also on the 27th, Neo Spirit, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC. Um, Teachia for Nintendo Switch, June 27th. Um, June 28th, which is today. Spy and Anya, Operation Memories for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. Now we go to the month of July. All right, so we have July 2nd, Final Fantasy. I can't really remember the number of the Roman numerals, so forgive me. As a matter of fact, let me look this up, man. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. I'm sorry. Um, okay, what is XIV in Roman numerals? Okay, let's take a look here. All right, so 14. Damn, 14. 14. Damn. Damn, that's a lot of games to be made, man. I guess Final Fantasy is one of those game franchises that's so popular compared to any other game that um that's ever known, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, Final Fantasy. So hold on. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yes. Yes, Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PlayStation 4 and PC comes out on July 2nd. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard for Mac and iOS also on July 2nd. The First Descendant, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC also coming out on July 2nd. Now, for the 4th of July, Zenless Zone Zero for PlayStation 5, PC, iOS, and Android. July 5th, The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. July 9th, Lifeless Moon, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Once Human, PC, July 9th. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown, Nintendo Switch, July 11th. Angerfoot for PC, also coming out on the 11th. Death Game Hotel, Quest 3, Quest 2. Not sure if they're game systems, but I'll have to ask one of my gaming friends about that. July 11th. Disney Speedstorm, iOS, Android, July 11th. Drones, July 12th for Nintendo Switch. Um, I'm gonna stop right there, man. At July 12th on Dro Switch, I'll get to the ones that's coming out on the 15th that's coming up from the 15th through the 26th of July. Now I'm not gonna be able to have time to actually go over the review for that, but like I said, man, y'all more than welcome to check out the reviews for yourselves at GameInformer.com. All right. So there you have it right there. I do have time. I do have some time actually, if you will. Um, you know what? Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. gonna stop right there. All right. I am going to wrap up here, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is just I'm gonna wrap up right here, man. All right. So we're gonna actually go to we're gonna wrap up right here. Going to let's see, where is stream choices on the go? Yes, stream choices on the go right here. This is where I actually tell you folks on where you can listen to the podcast, and I'm also going to include where you can follow the podcast on social media. So here, so here you go, right here, and yeah. So here it is, man. Stream choices on the go, man. Um, Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, we ready. We ready. We ready. All right. All right, folks, and all you gamers out there who are TV fanatics and all that great stuff right there, um, be sure to follow Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast along with my other podcast shows and myself on Threads and Instagram. Um, so on Instagram and Threads, it's the same username, all right? So it's Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, of course. Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast alongside with Off the Meat Rack Chains New York Ave, New York, New York Ave. Yeah, yeah, Off the Meat Rack Chains New York Avenue podcast. All right. I didn't have room to put the word Avenue on there on the username because it's like because Instagram only allows you to have 30 characters. So there you have it right there. So there you go. So yes, you can follow those podcasts as well, and myself that's on Threads and Instagram, which is G Money Stacks Treat. Yeah, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Um, it's in the description on the YouTube description. So I will actually mention that as well. So, and if you go to the link in bio, this is where you can listen. This is where you can listen, stream, and watch new episodes, especially download. You can actually add the podcast to your playlist for new episodes, and of course, so you'll be notified on when new episodes are going to be dropping. And I'm going to give you a list of things that's going to be here. So, a list of stream platforms includes um, Odyssey, Audible, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podhound, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for podcasters, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and of course the newly added in case you didn't know, we are on a new streaming platform called Fountain. We are on Fountain as well. So Fountain is the replacement of Google Podcasts. I'm not putting it on YouTube Music because I don't really use that. So Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music radio and podcast episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio or any of the apps whatsoever. So it's free to download. You know what I'm saying? It's free to download. So of course, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. And of course, grab the subscribe button, and of course, click on the notification bell so you could be reminded on when each episode recording is going to start. It's going to start according to the date, day, and time. Be sure to download, of course, add the episodes. Not add the episodes, but yeah, you can add the episodes and of course the podcast to your playlist, depending on which episodes are your favorite. You know what I'm saying? You can listen, stream, and watch these new episodes, and of course download the episodes. Of course, share the podcast. You can also share the podcast as well as my link tree. Make sure you share the podcast along with the link in my link and along with the links in my link tree, alongside by telling your friends. Yeah, by telling your friends, by spreading the word. also share the link tree along with the podcast. Make sure you add the podcast alongside with your playlist for new episodes on every streaming platform that I just mentioned, including the newly added Fountain, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters. You have Deezer, you have iHeartRadio, and of course YouTube, and wherever you listen and get your podcast. All right. So yes, make sure you share my link tree alongside with the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, and the people you are cool with, from work and wherever you meet new people. So that's gonna be it for me. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening to. Oh yeah, let me say one thing before I wrap up here, man. For those of you who may not know, it is the second anniversary of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. All right. I just wanted to let you know. Yes, so it's 2 years of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. All right. So it's been 2 years since I came out with it on June 28th. Today's the anniversary. Well, actually it was last year, so you know what I'm saying. Actually, it was last year, so it's the second year. I'm gonna do a separate episode regarding the 3rd year anniversary of this podcast. So I got y'all with that. And I appreciate y'all for your patience with me. I had to take care of myself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to take care of myself. So there you have it right there. Also, I want to mention the homie Saucy just premiered her show, Just Winging It podcast. Be sure to check her out on streaming platforms on Spotify. And of course, subscribe to the channel, Just Winging It Podcast on the YouTube channel page. I'm already subscribed over there. I will try my best to actually check out the second episode that she just put out. Shouts to Saucy, man. Shouts to Saucy, man, the homie. And I will return with the podcast juice of the week. I didn't get a chance to pick it out right away because I was trying to actually get this episode out the way. So remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to earn it. All right. Find your niche. Don't let anybody stop you from doing what you love to do. Not always about the money. All right. Make sure you're doing this for the fun of it, as something that's very therapeutic. All right. And I want to say, follow your goals and dreams and be consistent with your craft, including podcasts, movies, TV shows, you just name it, man. Creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, that gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. All right. Yeah, so like I said, man, if you missed out on any episodes whatsoever, don't worry, everything's uploaded and stuff. Like I said, I am sorry for disappearing, but I had to take care of myself on a mental health basis. So I hope y'all listeners out there can forgive me. And also I want y'all to check out another person's YouTube channel page, which is Cat's show called A Journey Worth Traveling podcast. All right. A Journey Worth Traveling podcast. Yes, check that out as well, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe on Spotify and other streaming platforms wherever you get your podcasts. All right. So there you have it right there. I will, like I said, I will bring back podcast juice of the week. I didn't get a chance to prep for the amount of podcasts to actually recommend y'all. So I do apologize for that. So yeah. All right, I'm about to wrap up right here. So this has been fun. This is a fun return, and just to celebrate the not only the second anniversary of Meticulous Vibe of the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, the second anniversary, I will be doing a separate episode for the third anniversary of the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. I will do a separate episode on that. This is why I came in to record. So this is just a celebration, and I truly appreciate every single one of y'all who helped me on this journey, man. And by the way, man, there's no guidebook on the type of path you are on, especially if you are into certain career fields. There's no manual into what type of career you're trying to do. Do what you love to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't let anybody stop you from doing what you love. be confident in what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Confidence and consistency is key. Now I'm gonna see y'all next time on the flip side with another episode of the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Even though I'm doing this episode as a second anniversary, but the third anniversary episode will be in the future. I will be doing that, so I'll make sure to do that as well. So thank you so much, man, for your patience. Thank you for listening, for tuning in and rocking with me. You could have listened to any podcast in the whole world, but you chose to listen to the review show of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast platform of the reviews of movies, TV shows, upcoming games that's coming out, and all that great stuff right there. And like I said before, you can check out GameInformer.com, the website. It has the reviews already written down already. I didn't have time to go over that as well. So I'm up out of here. And I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. July is next week and all the great stuff. And I know y'all waiting to see if y'all have some fun activities to do. So keep an eye out on Off the Meat Rat Chains New York Avenue podcast future episode. I will be providing some fun activities for you folks out there to do, especially you guys in New Jersey. I got y'all, and alongside with California, I got y'all as well. So don't worry. I'm out of here. Peace and one love. And good night, everybody.